So, all right, welcome back to another वीडियो। So guys, अभी हम लोग करने वाले हैं क्लास 11th की केमिस्ट्री पार्ट 1 बुक्स के सारे न्यूमेरिकल्स इंक्लूडिंग एग्जाम्पल्स। तो अभी पहला एग्जाम्पल वही आजा। अभी गाइस एग्जाम्पल आएगा तो वो हम कर देंगे, ठीक है। ये रहा। अरे यार ये नहीं करना। हाउ मेनी सेकंड्स आर देयर? अबे भाई ये कैसे सवाल है? कैलकुलेट द मॉलिक्यूलर Calculate the molecular mass of glucose. So molecular mass of glucose 6 into 12 plus 12 into 1 plus 6 into 16. So you will get 180 guys, okay. Here a compound contains 4.07% hydrogen, 24.27% carbon and 71.65% chlorine. Its molar mass is 98.96. Okay, so 24 uh, we can just add it. मतलब we can just convert percent into grams. So 4.07 gram hydrogen, 24.27 gram carbon, and 71.65 gram chlorine. Now just divide it by their atomic mass. Hydrogen 1, so 4.07%, carbon 12.01, and chlorine 35.453. So 4 to 2. Now divide by smallest number. 1 divided by 2. So 1, 1 and 2. So CH2Cl will be your answer. See, CH2. Oops, wait. CH2Cl. Okay. Now you have given molar mass and you need to find empirical mass. So just calculate empirical mass of CH2Cl. You will get 49.48 and molar mass was given 98.96. So just divide molar mass by empirical mass. So you will get your answer. Now next question. Calculate the amount of water produced by combustion of water produced by combustion of 16 gram of methane. So C4CH4 plus 2O2 equals to CO2 plus 2H2. Okay, we have written the balanced formula. Then 16 gram corresponds to 1 mole. Means 16 gram corresponds to 1 mole. Corresponds to 1 mole. Okay. So from above equation we can write CH4 gives 2 mole H2O, and 2 mole H2O means 2 into 18, so 36 gram water. 1 mole H2O means 18 in 1. Okay. So 2 into H2O and 36 gram H2O is produced. Now How many moles of methane are required to produce 22 gram CO2 after combustion? So CH4 plus 2O2, CO2 plus 2H2O. So 22 grams, so half n, so 0.5 mole. Okay, 50 gram N2 and 10 kg of H2 are mixed to produce NH3. Calculate the amount of NH3 formed. Identify the limiting reagent produced in NH3 in this situation. So N2 plus 3H2, 2NH3 and 50 into 1000 for conversion into gram divided by 28 equals to 17.86 into 10 to the power 2 moles. H2 means 10 into 1000 by 2 equals to 4.96 into 10 to the power 3 moles. So here H2, 1 mole requires 3 H2 for the reaction and 17.86 mole of N2. The moles of H2 required would be 17.86 into 10 to the power 2 into 3. Okay, so 5.36. So here we have N2 as a limiting reagent. Oh no, sorry. This much moles of H2 is required, but we are having only 4.96 into 10 to the power 3 moles. But this much is the actual moles required. So H2 is the limiting reagent in this case. Now the amount of NH3 formed. So NH3 would be formed as 4.96 into 2 by 3 because 2 moles of NH3 is formed and 3 moles of H2 is required for it and only 1 mole. So whether we consider 1 or not, it doesn't matter. Okay. So 3.13 to 10 to the power 3 moles NH3 is obtained. Now, if this is the conversion in gram, if you want to do, you can do it. Okay. A solution is prepared by adding 2 gram. Okay. It means in this, a solution is prepared by adding 2 gram of the substance. Prepare substance A to 18 gram of water. Calculate the mass percent of the solute. So 2 by 2 plus 18 into 100. 2 by 20 into 100. 10%. Okay. Calculate the molarity of NaOH in the solution prepared by dissolving its 4 gram in enough water to form 250 ml of the solution. So moles of NaOH we don't know, but we know mass of NaOH 4 and its molar mass is 40. So 0.1 by ml when we will convert ml into liter, it will become 0.25. So 0.4 by 0.25 equals to 0.4 m. 0.1 by 0.25, so 0.4 m. Okay, then here problem 1.8. The density of 3 molar solution of NaCl is this much density. Calculate molarity. So mass of NaCl equals to 58.5 into 3 because 3 molar NaCl solution is there. So 175.5 gram and the mass of the solution will be 1250 as we will multiply 1000 with 1.25 s. Volume in ml is 1000. Oh, sorry, volume of ml is in liter, so yes. So, then you will find the mass of water and then just divide it. Okay, so it will be 3 divided by 1.0745. So you will get 2.79 molar. Okay, so now the questions are there. How many questions are there? 36. Calculate the molar mass. Okay, 18, 44, 16. Okay, calculate the mass percent of different elements present. Oh, yeah. Firstly, wait a second. Firstly, take yes. Uh, take 1 second. Take second. Yes. Firstly, okay, done. Let's go. Calculate mass percent. Okay. So mass percent is this. So first let us find per percentage of it. So for percent nothing we have to do just any two. So 23 into 2, 46 equals to n. S equals to 32. U will be 64. Okay. So it when we will add a total it will be 142. So now you have to do nothing but just find the mass percent of different elements. So 46 by 142 into 100, then 32 by 142 into 100, 64 by 142 into 100. So approximately 32% Na, sulfur 22 or 23%, oxygen would be 45%. Then next question. Determine the empirical formula of an oxide of iron, which is 69.9% iron and 30.1%. Okay, so atomic mass of Fe is equals to 56. 69 by 56, so 1.25 mole, and 30 by oxygen 16, so 1.8. So 1 and 2. FeO2. FeO2 would be the answer, but you know FeO2 will be there, but 1.25 and 1.8. So 1.25 by 1.25, 1.88 by 1.25, it will be 1.5. So into 2 into 2. So Fe2O3 will be the answer. Then calculate the amount of carbon dioxide that can be produced when 1 mole of carbon is burnt in air. Calculate the percent amount of carbon dioxide 44 gram. 1 mole of carbon is burned in 40. The reaction is not full 16 by 32, 0.5. So half will be there. So 22 gram CO2 will be produced. Okay. 2 moles of carbon are burned in this air. But we have to consider the less. So less is oxygen 16 grams. So 16 gram will be 0.5 mole and 0.5 mole. So it will only produce 22 gram CO2. Okay. Calculate the mass of sodium acetate required to make 500 ml of 0.375 molar aqueous solution. Molar mass of sodium acetate equals to, okay, given mass we don't know, but given mass equals to 0.375 into 82.0285, not 82, 82.00245. But molar aqueous solution with molar aqueous solution in 500 ml. Mm, mm, 0.375 into 0.5 equals to 0.1875. 0.1875 moles we require. So 82.0245 into 0.1875. So it will be 15.37959. Why we have divided it? Because we don't know the moles, so how we can find the mass of the substance without finding moles. Okay. So the next question says that, guys, mm, calculate the concentration of nitric acid. Nitric acid, so NO2 in moles per liter in a sample which has density 1.41 gram by ml, and the mass percent of the nitric acid being 69%. HNO3. So just find the mass of HNO3. So it will be 63 gram by mole. Then just multiply 100 with density 1410. Calculate the concentration of nitric acid. So subtract what concentration is needed. So just directly 69 upon 100 into 1410. You will get 972.9 gram. And then you need to find the number of moles. Moles will be 97, 97.2 means 972.9 by 63 equals to 15.44 moles. Okay. Next question states that how many copper can be obtained from 100 gram of copper sulfate? Copper sulfate molecular mass. 63 32, 16, 159.5. And then the mass of copper, so copper will be 63.5. So 63.5 into 1 divided by 159.5 into 100. So you will get the amount of copper. Okay. Now next question. Determine the molecular formula of an oxide in which the mass percent of iron and oxygen. Okay, Fe2O3, same question repeated. Same question repeated. Same question repeated. So now the next question is calculate the atomic mass of chlorine using the following. So just multiply it 75.77 into 34.9689 and 24.23% into 36.9659. So what will you get? You will get them just divided by 10000. So you will get 35.45 U. Okay, mu. Now in 3 moles of ethane calculate the following. Number of moles 2. Number of moles of hydrogen 6. But in 3 moles of ethane we have to find. So 3 to just 6 moles of carbon. Hydrogen will be 18 number of molecules of ethane. Calculate the molar mass, multiply by Avogadro number and then multiply by 3. Then what is the concentration of sugar? C12H22O11. C12H22O11 in mole by liter. If it's 20 gram are dissolved in enough water. If it's 20 gram. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Good question. What will be the concentration? So here mass of sugar we are given is 20 and molar mass will be 342. So 20 by 342 we will get 0.0585 moles. Then after finding, oops, okay, after finding moles, what we can do? Concentration, so M will be moles of solid by volume. So 0.0585 divided by 2, 0.02925 liter mole by liter. Okay. If the density of methanol is 0.793 kg by liter, what is its volume needed for making 2.5%, 2.5 liter of its 25, 0.25 and solution? Mm, 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 mm. If the density of methanol is density of methanol is 0.3793, so just we can write it 73793. As we will multiply it by 1000 to convert it into gram by liter. So it will be the mass of methanol in molarity are given 0.25, volume we are given 2.5. So 739 by 32 we will do. So we will get 24.78 approx 25 m, and m1v1 is equals to m2v2. So by solving it we will get 25.22 liter. Then pressure is determined as force per unit area of the surface. The SI unit of pressure is Pascal as shown in the figure. If mass of air at sea level is 1034 gram by centimeter square, calculate the pressure in Pascal. Good question. Pressure is determined to consider as force per unit area of the surface. The SI unit of the pressure is Pascal. As shown, 1 P is equals to 1 Newton per meter cube. If mass of air at sea level is so at sea level mass of air, so divided by volume we will get rho, and then just multiply rho by mm, 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 mm. Wait. Pressure will be force by area, and F is equals to M is equals to 10340, and area will be 1 centimeter square. Okay, got it, guys, got it.